Charger division. 6 laps, their distance for their heat race. As soon as I catch my breath, I'll give you the lineup. Lemley in the number 4 battling Jeff Giles in the 50 along with Tracy Keller. 5 cars lumped right together in a great battle. Lemley and Giles side by side, 2 laps in the book, 6 laps the distance for the Yellow Book Charger division. Now Lemley able to move out ahead of Jeff Giles. Tracy Keller in the number 1, looking low. Cross flags halfway, 3 down, 3 remain in this 6-lap heat race for the Yellow Book Charger division. The number 17 of Dave McManus trying to make his way up through along with Bob Shipp in the 04. 2 laps remain. The number 24, Scott Aiello, and the number 95 of Jim Stokes. The number 57 of Andrew Kostelnik, the number 88 of Harold Hunt. And Helen's not with him, no, I'm sorry. White flag out for Mike Lemley. Bob Shipp on the high side of McManus in turn 1 and 2. Out of turn 4, Lemley bringing him around, Keller closing in, but time running out. And your winner is going to be Mike Lemley in the number 4, Tracy Keller finishing second in the 1, the 50 of Jeff Giles, Dave McManus in the 17, and Bob Shipp in the 04, the 24 of Scott Aiello, the 95 of Jim Stokes, the 57 of Andrew Kostelnik, and Harold Hunt in the 88. Round of Jonathan Heilman, the number 70 of Todd Knight Sr., good to see him back, the 74 of Jason Holder, the number 64 of Bill Henry, and the number 77 of Rich Burbage. They're going to go 8 laps the distance for the Subway Street Stock first heat race. Green's out. Todd Knight immediately into the lead in the number 70. In the 15 and Holder in the 74. Everybody kind of clumped together there for second as Knight starts to pull away. He likes to see that battle going on behind him because that enables him to move away. Jason Holder now into the second position, dropping Heilman, number 15, to third. Burbage in the 77, Henry in the 64. 8 laps the distance for the Subway Street Stock heat race number 1. Todd Knight, smooth sailing in the number 70. 3 out of 8 in the books. Cars now single file with Holder running second, Jonathan Heilman third. Heilman bobbles a little off of 2. That allows Rich Burbage in the 77 to sweep low and look for the spot. Ooh, easily. Burbage wisely backs out and gives Heilman the position. Heilman bobbling again out of the turn. Bill Henry in the 64 looking for a spot to make his move. Heilman's car bobbing and weaving in the turns, maybe has a tire going down. That car looks like every time he hits the turns, the thing just wants to come out on the back end. Either it's real loose or he's got a tire going down, one of the two. Car hard dirt tracking it again through the turns. Man, I'll tell you, that is loose as a goose for Jonathan Heilman in the 15. Meanwhile, Todd Knight, 2 to go, 6 down, 2 remain for Todd Knight in the number 70. Todd out of Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Jason Holder in the number 74 out of Stoystown, PA, up on the mountain. White flag out for your leader, Todd Knight. Burbage up into the 3rd spot, now trying to hold off Jonathan Heilman. Heilman still hanging on to that car. Looks like it stuck that time. Oh, Burbage is the one getting a little bit loose out of turn 2, but Heilman not able to take advantage across the stripe. Todd Knight's going to pick up the win. Jason Holder in the 74 is going to run 2nd. Out of turn 4, it looks like it's going to be Rich Burbage, Jonathan Heilman, Bill Henry trying on the high side, but unable. Is out of Wilmerding, PA, the number 5 of Frank Turek, who has won 2 of the Subway Street Stock Challenges. 13 of Chris Vergona out of Pitcairn, Frank Turek out of Mount Pleasant, and the number 68. First time with us tonight, I believe, is Jamie Shipley. And Sean Rick bringing him around at a turtle's pace to the time him with a sundial. Out of turn 4, the green's out. 3 wide going on down into turn. All right, turn 6. Now they're on the back straightaway. 25 of Tabamarino into the lead. Robin Rimmel to the high side. Sean Rick goes from 1st to 4th before they hit turn 4. Come on, Sean. Tabamarino, the hood flapping in the front, trying to hold off Robin Rimmel. Frank Turek in the number 5, looking low on Rimmel. Rimmel's up to the back bumper of Tabamarino saying, "Giddy up, bud." Top 3 starting to pull away a little bit from Sean Rick and Vergona. Frank Turek looking low on Robin Rimmel down into turn 1. 2 laps of 8 in the books. Turek alongside Rimmel. Rimmel washes a little bit high, hangs on to it. Now Turek looking low on Tabamarino in the number 25. Nothing doing. Tabamarino hanging on to the lead. Side by side for that 2nd spot. Turek, Rimmel, almost dead even. Score at Robin Rimmel right now, but Turek now looking to take 2 spots. Frank Turek down low, the 22 and the 25 into turn 4. Turek at the yellow stripe, and he's going to take it to the yellow stripe on the front straightaway. Pick up the lead. Cross flags halfway. 4 down, 4 remain for Frank Turek. Frank Turek in a number 25 or number 5. Turek, Rimmel, Tabamarino, Vergona, Rick, and Shipley. This time by, the white flag is going to wave for your leader, Frank Turek. Out of turn 4, Frank Turek going to lead him to the stripe. Pick up the win in the 2nd of 2 Subway Street Stock Heat Race events. Robin Rimmel finishing 2nd. Tabamarino 3rd. Chris Vergona 4th. Sean Knight at Jennerstown Speedway. First time in a late model. Mark Poole in the number 96. Neil Brown in the number 98. Mark Poole picked up his first feature win in a late model at Jennerstown Speedway Saturday night, and what an exciting event that was. Tommy Beck in the 60. Mike Adams, the front row, will bring him around to the green flag. The green's out. We're up to speed. Immediately, Tommy Beck jumping into the lead. Oh, hang on, Seabiscuit. Mark Poole going around. And the yellow book caution flag is going to wave. Mark Poole going into turn one, a little hot and heavy. No harm, no foul. A big crash with 2 leaders. Got it woed up in time. I'll tell you that in a little bit. Green's out. Tommy Beck going to bring him back up to speed in the number 60. Sean Pilla trying to hold off the number 98 of Neil Brown. Brown looking to the high side of Pilla. Pilla, good to see him back in action. He was involved in a big crash here 2 weeks ago. Heavy damage to that car. Neil Brown was also involved in that crash. Brown now to the high side of Pilla. Brown into the second spot. Going to track down the number 60 of Tommy Beck. Beck's car did not sound up to par when he came by that last time. It looks like it's slowing up in the turns and out of the turns. And Neil Brown is putting on the pressure. In the number 98, Brown to the high side. Let's see if he can make it stick. Down the back straightaway, going ahead into the lead. Neil Brown in the number 98. Sean Pilla closing in on the number 60 as well. Tommy Beck's car with a noticeable ill-sounding motor. They have had all kind of problems with those cars and have not been able to finish very many races. Neil Brown really stretching the lead now over Sean Pilla. Pilla now up to second, may be able to reel in Brown. Tommy Beck back to third. Mike Adams, Mark Poole, Ben Miley. Laps the distance for the Falcones Dodge late models, with your leader Neil Brown in the number 98. Flag for your leader, Neil Brown. Sean Pilla. Tommy Beck with that 6-sounding motor. Mark Poole, Mike Adams, and Ben Miley. And it looks like that will be the way they finish this event. Neil Brown kind of coasting across the finish line. Sean Pilla second. Tommy Beck third. Mark Poole fourth. Mike Adams and Ben Miley. And Falcones Dodge race fans, Falcones race events. '61 of Larry Bahana, Paul Urso in the 37, John Komarinsky 33. Okay, that's Rick Miller in the 25, green's out. John Messenger in the 51, the 95 of Gary Wiltrout. Urso in the 37 into the lead, being chased by Rick Miller. Urso heavily damaged his machine in that big crash here a couple of weeks ago. Was involved in a crash at Jennerstown during practice. It's good to see him running up front. Miller closing a gap quickly, though. Bahana in the number 61. Gary Wiltrout in the 95, moving up to the 4th spot. Oh, hang on. Gary Wiltrout a little sideways out of the turn. Now Rick Miller looking low on Paul Urso. Urso able to pull out of the turn and drag race him down the back straightaway. Urso's car washes out a little bit. Miller bobbles out of turn 4. Larry Bahana, he may have touched the front straightaway wall. One of two things. There's something in turn 4. They're all just going out of turn 4 so hard that they're washing out, but it almost looked like everybody was trying to follow the leader. Rick Miller down low on Paul Urso. Side by side, halfway, 5 down, 5 remain. Miller now able to muscle his way past Paul Urso into the lead. So Rick Miller, your new leader in the number 25. White flag, 1 lap remains. Rick Miller going to pick up the checkered flag for the win in the second heat race. Paul Urso second. Gary Wiltrout third. The 61 of Larry Bahana. They're on the right-hand side. I went by their dealership last Saturday night on the way to Jennerstown. Got a lot of great inventory there. Check them out. Like I said, this is a big weekend for them, so go visit and see if you can pick up a great deal. Green's out. Oh, hang on. Problems with the 55 of Curtis Stewart, but he gathers it back in. John Castor in the 32. Marion Reno in the number 8. Pro Trucks going 8 laps. Dave Brunel in the number 1, Mike Bacalon in the 98, Steve Black in the 0, Danny Lewis in the 02, Brandon Mans in the 51, Chantel Germack in the 24, Curtis Stewart 55, the 14 of Paul Milowicki. Marion Reno into the lead in the number 8 out of turn 4. Shades of 2 weeks ago. Reno leading, Castor second. Ooh, a little contact was made a couple of weeks ago, and one went off on the hook, one went to the penalty box. Single file, Marion Reno in the number 8, John Castor, Mike Bacalon, Dave Brunel, Steve Black, Brandon Mans, Danny Lewis, your winner 2 weekends ago. Cross flags halfway, 4 down, 4 remain in this 8-lap heat race for the Falcone Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Mike Bacalon in a 98 pressuring the 32 of Castor. 2 laps remain in this 8-lap heat race. has set in on your announcer race fans. That's Greg Kelly in the 98 truck. See, I interviewed Mike Bacalon during the pre-race, and I've got Mike on my mind. You are always on my mind. I'll quit singing. Out of turn 4, Marion Reno in the number 90 or in the number 8, going to pick up the win. John Castor second, Greg Kelly third, Dave Brunell in the number 1 fourth, and Steve Black fifth. Brandon Manns, Danny Lewis, Chantel Germack, Curtis Stewart, and our good friends at Smell Pontiac, Cadillac, GMC, and Isuzu. Our race sponsor here tonight at MOTORDROME Speedway, and we absolutely appreciate those folks being involved here with our race program. The American Flyer Division, greens out, 5 laps the distance. The 55 of Bob Eastman, the 48 of Gary Ancrom, the 22. No, that's not Robin Rimmel, that's Gene Greco. The car didn't shrink. The number 34 of Aaron Minjock. The number 4 coming by is Nick Bacalon. No, that's not Mike, that's Nick. Tire squealing. The number 5 of Bill Oldham trying to move up through the field. The brake lights come on. The brake lights kind of a throw the guy behind you off, saying, hey, slow down behind me, pal, would you? 3 wide down the back straightaway. Greco, Ancrom, and the 34 of Minjock. Now they're back 2 by 2. Minjock down low in the yellow line. Here comes Greco. Here comes the number 16, making it 3 wide, Ed Deneen. Deneen moving his way up through the field, as well as Ken Dukich in the number 50. Oh man, are they putting on the Ritz tonight? The 55 of Eastman says, you guys keep it up back there, I'm going to town. Out of turn 4, oh, they're tight. Hang on, Seabiscuit. Here comes Deneen in the number 16 up the second spot. A little high goes the 34 of Aaron Minjock. Deneen now trying to reel in. Time's running out. We've only got 2 laps to go. Deneen trying to reel in the leader. No, the 4 is not your leader. It is the 15 or the 55 of Bob Eastman. The white flag's out. It looks like a race at Talladega Super Speedway with the American Flyers. The Advance Auto Parts American Flyers. They're 3, they're 4, they're 12 wide. We don't have 12, but that's okay. This is it's a fun division. Out of turn 4, the battle for the lead. It's going to go to Eastman. Deneen running second. Minjock third. Who was it at the stripe? It was tough to call. We'll let scoring make the call. You'll see it on the scoreboard momentarily. 16, Gary Scott. The 98, Mike Bacalon, we talked to him earlier. I believe the 35 on the outside of row 2 should be Rich Nicola. The 94 of George Al Civic, rather, I'm sorry. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Matt Panay, the 32, having problems coming up to speed. The 01 of Harry Opfer and the number 99 of Bo Glemba. Oh, hang on the back straightaway. 2 cars involved. The 98 of Bacalon and Bruce Hamilton in the 29. Chris Dodds, the 01 of Harry Opfer. Matt Panay in the 32 had problem coming up to speed on the initial start. Bo Glemba in the 99. Al Civic in the 94.9. Froggies 94.9. Settle down, easy does it. Green's out. Hang on, Tom Knight going around on the point. Tom Knight keeps it going in the right direction. He's a little bit dizzy. Tom Knight brings it back in, no harm, no foul. We stay green. Gary Scott in the 16 into the lead going, man, what happened? He was right alongside of me and now he's not. You think he was a little bit dizzy after that spin, but man, what a job. Getting it back underway and headed in the right direction. laps the distance for the Smale Pontiac GMC open wheel modifieds, and they're second of 2 heat races. Gary Scott, the man on the point, pulling away from the number 47 of Chris Dodds. Harry Opfer in the 01, Matt Panay trying to reel him in a 32. Looking low on Harry Opfer entering turn 3. The only battle on the speedway at this point. Gary Scott long gone. Oh, hang on in turn 2. Civic and Knight getting together in turn. Gary Scott in the 16 is going to lead him around to the green flag. It's out. He's away. Make sure you get your 50-50 ticket from the folks at Smithton Volunteer Fire Department along the front straightaway right now. 2 laps remain for Gary Scott. Doesn't have quite the sizable lead that he did earlier before the cautions came out. Chris Dodds in the 47, Matt Panay in the 32. White flag one more time around. Up the checkered flag, Gary Scott in our number 16. The number 57 of Tom Heilman. 8 laps the distance for the Smale Pontiac GMC open wheel modifieds. Jason Onder, you left your driver's license at the beer stand. Jason Onder, green's out, and you need to go get your driver's license. Jason Onder, oh, we got a big problem in turn 2. The number 5 going around of Jim Nicola. Looks. We're giving away huge turkey legs. No, I'm only kidding. Green's out. We're back up to speed. Adam Kostelnik in the 60 in the lead. George Nicola trying the high side of Jim Nicola. Smoke coming out of the number 11 of John Pravanik. Possibly body rub on the tire on the number 11. Smoke wisps coming off the left side. The number 60 of Kostelnik pulling away Nicola in the number 5. Trying to hold off George Nicola. Matt Smith in the number 3. Closing in on that tussle for the second spot. Oh, a little bit of the chrome horn. Matt Smith using it on the number 5 of Jim Nicola. George P. Nicola down low into the second spot. And the black flag coming out for the number 11 of John Pravanik. The smoke heavy on that car. Body rubbing the left rear tire, and certainly you don't want to have a situation where that car crashes. Kostelnik receiving the cross flags. Matt Smith working over the number 5 of Jim Nicola, moves up into the 3rd spot. wisely heeding the black flag, will duck into the pit area and check out the left rear of that car. He was involved in that skirmish earlier. 2 laps remain. A little bump and a little banging. It looks like some damage to the left rear of the number 11 of John Probanik. This time by, the white flag is going to wave on Kostelnik. Nikola in the 97 is fast, closed the gap. Will he be able to make it? Nikola looking low, looking high. Oh, here comes George Nikola. Nikola with a nose underneath the 60 of Adam Kostelnik. Kostelnik wakes up and says, well, I better get going. Let's see what's going to happen. Kostelnik up high, Nikola down low to the stripe. It's going to be Adam Kostelnik in the number 60 picking up the heat race win. He picked up a win last Saturday at Jennerstown in the street stock division. So he picks up a win in the modified division as well. The Smale 17 being driven by Dave McManus, the number 50 of Jeff Giles, the number 57 of Andrew Kostelnik, the number 1 of Tracy Keller, the 24 of Scott Aiello, Harold Hunt in the 88, and Bob Shipp in the 04. 15 laps the distance for the Yellow Book Charger division. We'll run 2 feature events, then we will do the bike races. Give the command to start engines on the Yellow Book Chargers. We're trying to get that person to come down to the front straightaway.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Mike Dunn down on the front straightaway for our command for the Yellow Book Charger feature division event.
All right, folks, we're down here with Mary Catherine Shimko, who is the Safe Kids Junior Volunteer of the Year. She'll be doing the Grand Marshal start for us. Here you go.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
All righty! Thank you, Mary.
All right, race fans, we're ready to rock and roll. 15 laps, 06.4 as they come around to the green flag. We're up to speed for the feature event for the Yellow Book Chargers. Mike Lemley in at number 4 leads them down the back straightaway. 15 laps the distance. The 17 of Dave McManus, Jim Stokes running 3rd. Down into turn 1, Mike Lemley, your leader, McManus, Stokes. The number 50 of Jeff Giles, Tracy Keller, Kostelnik, Shipp, Aiello, Harold Hunt in the 88. Hang on, Seabiscuit, the 95 of Stokes, a little sideways, in turn 3 and 4. Gathers it back in, Giles down low in the number 50. Trying to move into the position, Keller looking to the high side. Mike Lemley starting to stretch the lead little by little. Oh, Stokes sideways. Keller gives them the room. They all gather it back in. I think the whole field was almost sideways in the turn that time. 3 down, 12 remain. Giles working McManus on the low side. It looks like they want to go 3 wide for that 3rd spot. Holy smokes, they're beating and banging all over each other for that 4th spot. Stokes hanging on to the position. Keller and Shipp right there working them over. Stokes a little sideways out of the turn. That allows Shipp to go to the high side. Keller going to follow along. Lemley really stretching it out over Jeff Giles, Dave McManus, Bob Shipp, and Tracy Keller. The battle right now, Kostelnik and Stokes, with 8 laps in the book. That's the halfway point in this event. Bob Shipp looking low on Dave McManus down into turn 1. Shipp, McManus side by side, a little bit sideways. Shipp hanging on to it. Shipp more like a speedboat at this point in the 04, moves into the 4th spot. Lemley pulling away. Laps in the books. 3 laps remain. Mike Lemley, long gone. We have gone all the way so far to this point. Caution free. The battle now for second. Shipp, Giles duking it out. 2 laps remain. Giles down low. Bob Shipp up high. The lap car of Harold Hunt may play a part. Giles now able to scoot by. Shipp down low. The white flag waves for Mike Lemley in number 4. Mike Lemley going to bring him around all the way green to checkered. Going to pick up for the win, his second of the year. The battle for second, Jeff Giles, Bob Shipp. It's going to be Giles, Shipp third, Keller fourth. The 17 of Dave McManus rounds out the top 5. Aiello, Butthead, and who is Kostelnik, Harold Hunt. Hey, we'd like to have the Smale drivers report to their vehicles. Smale drivers, report to your vehicles. We're going to do this right before we do the bike races. So the folks with the Smale vehicles, go to your vehicles now. No racing, no running down the steps. Everybody be careful. Take your time. We love you guys. We don't want you to get hurt. Y'all enjoying yourselves? Appreciate everybody being here and being involved in the program. We're going to turn it over shortly to Mike Dunn on the front straightaway as Mike Lemley slowly makes his way out.
Hey, he's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Lemley climbing out of the 4 car. The second win for Mike here in the 2004 season. Mike, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Heck of a race. I know you finished second in the point standings last year, second win of the year here. How was the car running?
Oh, it was awesome. It was right on. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better car. I mean, there's a lot of good competitors out here, but I was hoping we got out front and stayed out there.
What do you do to keep yourself busy when you open up a lead like that? You like playing cards in the front seat or a little solitaire or what?
No, I just hope I don't spin it out or something, but I hope everybody else is back there beating off each other, but no, I just kind of hope everything goes right.
Good stuff. How about those sponsors?
I got Seekers You Pull It, Bob Costos You Pull It, Westside Lube and Tire. I got Hogue Racing on there. A couple buddies come down. One thing I like to say, it's kind of nice you guys did that for the Stokes family tonight, and I know they appreciate it. I mean, it doesn't bring anything back, but I think it meant a lot to him. And when we were on them laps, Jimmy said, "You better win this one," because he was right outside me. And I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. Her birthday is this weekend, so I don't know what date. I can never remember 30th or 31st, but
I have trouble with that kind of stuff myself.
it's one of them, though. But yeah, my dad helps me on a car, and I just got to thank everybody.
All right, Mike, hey, congratulations. Great win.
Thanks a lot.
Mike Lemley, ladies and gentlemen, the local boy from Belleville, picking up his second win of the year.
Hey, if the kid's on the back straightaway, if you have your bikes and you're on the back straightaway, make your way down to the gate entrance on the back straightaway. You kids on the front straightaway, if you have your bikes, move back to the bleachers. Everybody stay away from the fence and move back towards the bleachers and stay there, and we will get you up to where you need to be right before the bike races start. We want to make sure that all the kids and the parents are back away from the fence. And Ship was our Valvoline hard charger in the Yellow Book Charger division. Vergona Henry is going to bring him around. Green's out. Bob Ship will win a case of oil. As we go, green flag racing and Chris Vergona into 13. Jason Holder, hang on, Rich Burbage. Ooh, hang on, Rich. To straighten it out, get off the gas. Rich still wants to wreck the 77. He isn't done yet. Now he is. All right, we're going to get one lap in the books. Chris Vergona into 13 is going to lead. Lap 1, Jason Holder looking low. Holder down low in turn 2. 3 wide, Knight, Vergona, Henry into 3. Knight wisely backs out. Jason Holder, the new leader at this point. Vergona doesn't want to give it up. Tavarino in the 25 up to 3rd. Here comes Todd Knight in the number 70. 70 looking no on Tavarino. Frank Turek, Robin Rimmel. Oh, everybody's rolling up and some aren't. Rimmel trying to work over Frank Turek and Bill Henry at the same time. Jason Holder now starting to stretch slightly. Tavarino down low for that second spot on Chris Vergona. They're 2 by 2 by 2 in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Vergona way high. It opens up the floodgate. Tavarino to 2nd, Turek to 3rd, Knight to 4th, Rimmel to 5th, Vergona all the way back to 6th. Here comes Frank Turek in the number 5 working over Tavarino for that 2nd spot. Robin Rimmel says, let me through, folks. I want to win a Subway sandwich. Frank Turek now has a little bit of a gap to close on Jason Holder. Holder was happy when that battle was going on for that 2nd spot. Knight right on the back bumper of Turek. Robin Rimmel up to 4th. Is close to the back bumper of Jason Holder. Todd Knight about 3 car lengths back. Robin Rimmel right there for the 3rd spot. Down low goes Turek into number 5. Turek looking to work over Holder for that top spot. Late laps down. Your new number 5, Knight, now closes in on Holder. 9 laps in the book. 2 laps remain for your leader, Frank Turek. Time running out on Robin Rimmel in the 22. Knight down low on Holder for that second spot. Let's see what happens. And this is 20 laps, not 15. Todd Knight in the number 70, moving up the second spot. Oh well. Robin Rimmel down low. Robin says, hey, I'm glad the announcer was wrong because now I've got a little more time to make my way to the front and win a Subway sandwich. The announcer is about 50-50. I got to get 60-40 and I'll be okay. Robin Rimmel now up to third. 13 laps down of 20. The lone battle, Bill Ashton working over the 25 of Dave Tamarino for that 5th position. Then it's back to Bill Henry and Chris Vergona in turn 2 for that 7th spot. Turek, meanwhile, with a good 4 or 5 car length lead over Todd Knight in the number 70. Burbage way high out of turn 4, nearly collects the wall. That would have been almost in front of your leader. This time it's 2 laps to go. 18 minus 20 is 2. And I don't even have a calculator at this point. Frank Turek looking to pick up another win. White flag for your leader, Frank Turek. Todd Knight running out of time. Turek out of turn 4, picking up the checkered. Frank Turek second to Todd Knight. Robin Rimmel third. Jason Holder fourth. And Dave Tamarino is going to round out the top 5, followed by Bill Ashton. Bill Henry coming out of turn 4 with Chris Vergona. Rich Burbage sideways in turn 4. Sean Rick in the 44. Jonathan Heilman in the 15. Rich Burbage. And Jamie Ship back until we give you the word. The kids do not go on the racetrack until we give you the word. Just stay back, and we'll make the announcement for you to go head down there. But
he's out of the car, race fans. Frank Turek, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice work out there.
Oh, it was fun out there.
Hey, when you're not winning people hoagies by winning the races, you're kind of keeping them from eating hoagies by winning the races. Bottom line is, you're winning a lot of races. What's been working for you lately?
Hey, I'm sorry about the hoagies, but we're going to try to win when we can.
Hey, we just got to draw your name more often. I think that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, we'd like to thank everybody that comes out here to watch the races. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Star Chevrolet, Westside Lube and Tire. I'm going to get that right yet. Speedway, Latrobe Speedway, racing on Sundays, Seacrest, Auto Parts.
Good stuff. Hey, I know a lot of the cars don't have rear view or side view mirrors. How about these street stocks?
We have no mirrors. We don't know what's behind us or what's beside us.
Are you guys in contact with your, the people in the pits, your guys in the pits while the races are going on?
No radios, no nothing.
Not at all. So you have nobody to tell you, hey, somebody's coming up on your left or your right, or watch out for this or that? It's all you out there.
Yeah, we're all by ourselves out there.
Well, you find a way to make it work anyway. Congratulations, Frank. Good win.
Thank you.
Frank Turek, ladies and gentlemen.
You got a chance. Go ahead.
You drawing? Are you drawing the? Oh, I'm drawing.
You're drawing. And the Bahana Racing 61. Rick Miller all the way in the back. Rick's the last one. All right, 40 laps. Mark Pohl in the 96. John Messenger, Mike Adams, Sean Pilla, Neil Brown, Ben Miley, John Komarinsky, Sean Pilla behind Neil Brown, Tommy Beck, Gary Wiltrout, Paul Urso, Larry Bahana, Rick Miller, Brandon Manns. Out of 4, the green's out. Mark Pohl on the jump in the 96 into the lead. John Messenger, 3 wide, down into the back straightaway into 3. They don't back out of it. Oh, close call. Neil Brown up to 2nd, Messenger back to 3rd. Mike Adams bobbled out of turn 2, but he hangs on to it. Mark Pohl continues to lead, but Neil Brown is closing fast. Rick Miller mired in traffic at this point, working the low side of John Komarinsky. The battle up front, Neil Brown down low on Mark Pohl. Brown trying to steal the lead, 3 laps in the books. Side by side down the back straightaway into turn 3. Neil Brown down low. Mark Pohl gives it up. Brown takes the lead. Neil Brown in the Coors Light, number 98, your leader. Mark Pohl 2nd. John Messenger a distant 3rd. Back to Sean Pilla and Gary Wiltrout. Working over the number 5 of Sean Pilla, and man, a gaggle of cars behind him. Tommy Beck, Rick Miller to the high side, back up to the 4th spot. Wiltrout down low on Pilla. Miller moves into the 6th position. Rick Miller is on the charge, clearing the cars ahead of him. Now has to reel in Sean Pilla in that 5th spot. Meanwhile, Neil Brown is stretching the lead over Mark Pohl. Right now, the battle going on behind Tommy Beck, Mike Adams, John Komarinsky, Paul Urso. That for about the 8th position. Neil Brown stretching that lead over Mark Poole. Gary Wiltrout closing fast on John Messenger. Oh, hang on, caution coming out. Paul Urso in turn 2 going around and backs into the wall. Poole right there says, I'm back here, pal. Green's out. Brown's up to speed. If he didn't hit it, Rick Miller is awful close to the front straightaway wall. To the high side, Gary Wiltrout on John Messenger, going to bring Rick Miller along with him. Miller, though, drops back. Now pulls alongside of Messenger down the front straightaway. Rick Miller now up to the 4th spot. Don't know if he damaged the car or not. It almost looked like he bounced off the wall, but maybe not. I don't see any white on the right front tire of the number 25. Sean Pilla now working over Messenger. Tommy Beck takes his car to the trailer. Rick Miller working over Gary Wiltrout for that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Neil Brown has again stretched his lead in the Coors Light number 98. Looking low on Gary Wiltrout. Wiltrout hanging tough for that 3rd spot. Miller looking, whoa, Miller right up under the back end of Gary Wiltrout. Now this battle's really shaping up for that position. Mark Poole now has to hold off Gary Wiltrout. Wiltrout has to hold off Rick Miller. 2nd place battle fixing to heat up and get busy. Let's see what happens. Wiltrout down low on Mark Poole. Poole's car washes high. Rick Miller's kind of sitting back waiting to see what happens. Wiltrout with the nose underneath of Poole. Poole hanging on to that 2nd spot. Neil Brown better than a straightaway. Wiltrout alongside of Mark Poole. Rick Miller. Poole's car bobbles out of turn 2. Wiltrout up into the position. Here comes Rick Miller with him. 26 of Brandon Manns into the pits. Miller now 3rd. A long way to go to track down Neil Brown. 22 laps in the book. Miller close to the back end of Wiltrout. Miller looking high, looking low. Wiltrout hanging on to that 2nd spot. Mark Poole right there with him. Thought the handling was going away on his car, but he's able to keep up with Wiltrout and Miller. Maybe just kind of sitting back, waiting to see what happens. Now Miller looking low on Wiltrout. Wiltrout bobbles. Oh, Wiltrout cuts down in front of Miller and hard into the inside wall. Gary Wiltrout, Rick Miller. It looked like pit standings, and you can see the heavy damage on the right front and the rear end of Gary Wiltrout's number 95. A lot of work gonna have to go into that vehicle. Well, what's it gonna be? Neil Brown, Rick Miller on his back bumper, Mark Poole, John Messenger. Do you think Neil Brown can hold off Rick Miller? Green's out, we're up to speed. Neil Brown on the gas. Let's see what's gonna happen. Rick Miller from the back. Neil Brown real strong. And the Coors Light number 98. Trying to keep up with the leader, about 2 car lengths back, and then it's about 5, 6 car lengths back. Oh, John Messenger a little sideways out of turn 3 allows Sean Pilla to look to the high side for that 4th spot. John Komarinsky in the Rolling Rock 33 right there as well. Pilla now, almost alongside of Messenger. Meanwhile, Neil Brown starting to pull away slightly from Rick Miller. That battle continues for the 4th spot. Pilla pulls away. Now Messenger comes right back at him. Side by side, John Komarinsky right behind those two. Great battle going on for that 4th position. Messenger down low, Pilla up high. Neil Brown hanging on to that top spot has stretched the lead a good 4 or 5 car lengths over Rick Miller. Laps in the book, 9 remain. Your leader continues, Neil Brown. A very strong performance in this event. Rick Miller unable to keep up with Brown. Mark Poole better than a half straightaway behind Miller. And a good half straightaway back to Sean Pilla in the 4th position. Ben Miley in the 99 to the pit area. Problems continue with that machine. Remain for your leader, Neil Brown. Nothing has really changed. Brown obviously has pulled away somewhat. 43 of Mike Adams to the pits. Brown comfortable in the lead. 2 laps remain. No real battles on the speedway. Rick Miller second, a long way back to third, Mark Poole. Distance between he and Sean Pilla. Distance between Pilla and Messenger. White flag out. One more time around for the driver, the Coors Light number 98, Neil Brown, out of Acme, Pennsylvania. Going to pick up win number 2 on the 2004 season. Tough break 2 weeks ago to victory lane this week. Your winner, Neil Brown. Second, Rick Miller. Mark Bull third. Sean Pilla fourth. John Messenger fifth. John Komarinsky and Larry Bahana round out the field. So a strong run for Neil Brown.
All right, cool.
Has to look like any pressure on after that.
Yeah.
Good to be outside. Amy, any picture?
What's up? He's out of the car, race fans. Neil Brown in the 98 car, picking up the win, as Dave said, his second of the season.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Neil, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Good work out there. You led start to finish.
Well, I can't say enough about my pit crew. We got in a wreck here the other week, and the frame's bent, and the guys busted their butts the last 2 weeks to get it right. Frame's still bent, but I can't say enough for them guys. They've busted their tails to give me a good race car. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
I imagine that took a lot of work. Were you guys, you've been working on it for the last 2 weeks, or would you have been ready to go last week had we raced? How long does it take to, you were involved in a pretty major tie-up. How long does it take to get something like that sorted out so you're good to go again?
Well, they worked on it all week. We was ready to go last week, but I just can't say enough about them guys. They're great guys, good hard workers. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Coors Light, FB Fuhr, all the race fans for coming out and supporting us. And this Memorial Day weekend, 2 special people in my life, Mom and Dad.
All right, folks, Neil Brown, thank you very much. Congratulations, Neil.
So there you have it. Neil Brown in victory lane.
Second win of the year for Neil. Picking up the win after, as we said, wiping out a couple weeks ago, got in a tie. Got his car sorted. Picks up the win here.
Your Valvoline Heart Charger for the late model race, Rick Miller, coming from the back of the pack, finishing second. As Neil Brown enjoys the victory lane spoils down on the front straightaway. The Big Smale, Pontiac, Cadillac, GMC, Banner, Route 30 East Greensburg, SmaleAuto.com. Laps the distance. Pace truck off the track. Stewart and Kelly going to bring him around to the green flag. Running through the gears, Curtis Stewart gets the jump, but Kelly right alongside and gone to the high side, and see you later. A little bump and a little banging going on between teammates. Everybody getting closed up, but they string it out a little bit. Greg Kelly in the 98, pulling away. Oh, Curtis Stewart nearly sideways out of 4. John Castor in the 32 down low on Marion Reno. Here comes Chantel Germack in the 24 down low on Reno. The big battle going on for second, third, fourth, fifth, and beyond. John Castor looking for a way to the high side. Reno was looking upstairs. Chantel Germack right down below. Castor kind of in between the two team trucks. Oh, Reno going around. Oh, hard shot. Oh, man. Tough break for Marion Reno, and I believe that is the that's the one truck of Steve Black. Tough break. Heavy damage with a head-on collision like that. Reno came real hard into the turn and the truck just snapped around. We're not giving away cups. We're going to have a regular race program for the NASCAR Dodge Weekly Racing Series. That's what DWS means. Dodge Weekly Racing Series. Truck, though, heavy damage to the left front. Green's out. We're back up to speed. Oh, Curtis Stewart's almost sideways. Hang on, Stewart. Wow, what a job hanging that truck out and bringing it back in. That was a crash that never happened. And he dropped back a handful of positions. John Castor now running second. Chantel Germack. Everybody had a whoa up, so they didn't run into Curtis Stewart. Chantel now third, Brunel fourth, Stewart now back up to fifth. Then it's Danny Lewis, Brandon Manns, and the 14 of Paul Milowicki. Dave Brunel working over the high side of Chantel Germack for that third spot. Oh, Curtis Stewart sideways again. And the 55 brings it back in. Chantel Germack continues to hold off Brunel, but Brunel now into turn one has got the position and will take over the third spot. Brandon Manns closing in on Chantel Germack. Greg Kelly continues to run strong with 7 laps in the book. I thought was closing in on the number 98 of Greg Kelly. But Kelly able to maintain that advantage. Now Brandon Manns looking low on the number 24 of Chantel Germack for that fourth position. Manns able to move into the fourth spot. We're at the halfway point of this event. 10 down, 10 remain. Up to the 5th spot. John Castor is slowly whittling away the lead on Greg Kelly. Will he have enough time? 12 laps in the book, 8 remain. But Castor has lap by lap closed in on Greg Kelly, your leader. Dave Brunel a good ways back in the 3rd position. Brandon Manns 4th, Danny Lewis 5th. A battle for the 6th position with Curtis Stewart and Chantel Germack. Runs a little bit high in turn 1. 15 laps down. 5 remain. For your leader, Greg Kelly, John Castor closes in, but he loses it in the turns. He's not able to make up any positions. Looks like the truck washes out a little bit, but he was able to maintain that pace on that turn, those 2 turns. But time is definitely running out. Inches closer, 17 in the books. Greg Kelly's truck may be going away on him. John Castor closing in. Let's see if this is going to be a fight to the finish. The 98 washing high. Here comes John Castor down low. Castor to the inside, down on the yellow line. Castor sideways. Oh, Kelly sideways out of turn 2. Both trucks doing a masterful job. The driver's hanging on to it. Out of turn 4, the white flag will wave for Greg Kelly. John Castor right there, one more time around. Can he make the move on your leader? Kelly's truck has obviously gone away. Castor right there looking for his first win. Greg Kelly going to bring it out of turn 4. Castor looking low to the stripe. Greg Kelly going to pick up the win over John Castor, Dave Brunell, Brandon Manns, and Danny Lewis. Chantel Germack and Curtis Stewart. Paul Milewicki rounding out the field, but a great battle in the closing laps. And Dave Brunell, your Valvoline hard charger in the number 0 truck, finishing 3rd. Dave Brunell, your Valvoline hard charger will pick up the Valvoline case of oil.
There he is, race fans. Greg Kelly climbing out of the 98 truck, picking up the win. Hey, Greg, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Nice race. You led the whole way. You got a little bit of a scare from Castor there on the last couple laps. It looked like he was starting to get by you here on the front straightaway, and then in turn 2, you kind of like got back ahead of him. What happened?
We just touched there and going into 1. That's all that happened.
Yeah, it was a good race. I got to ask you. I wanted to ask Brown this after the late model race. I'm actually participating in the Ride and Drive program. They're going to let me climb in a race car and drive it. And I know I'm driving a late model and you drive a pro truck, but I'm wondering what advice you might have for me.
I don't know. Just keep it between the walls.
Well, I knew that. Come on. All right, how about those sponsors, Greg?
I got to thank Froggy for all their help this year. Al for setting that deal up. Fayette Forest Products, D&K Sales and Service, Kessler Lumber, Bobby Henry Automotive and Race Center. I got to thank my crew, Jessica, Greg, and Scott Alborn. Got to thank Bobby Henry for all his help, and also Neil Brown and Jim Alborn for their help also.
All right, Greg. Hey, good work. 4th win for Greg Kelly this season. He's 4 for 5. Definitely the man to beat in this pro truck division.
Being driven by Ken Dukich, the 22 of Gene Greco, and the number 28 is Larry Vance. 8 laps. The next time by, they'll get the green flag on Smale Pontiac GMC Race Night here at MOTORDROME Speedway. And again, race fans, we appreciate you folks for being here with us tonight on a little bit of a chilly night. Buckle up if you're driving, because it's the law. The Falcone Dodge Pace Truck is going to bring it to the pit area. Gary Ancrom in the 48, along with Ed Deneen, are going to bring him to the green flag. It's out. We're racing. These guys go 2, 3, sometimes 4 wide. They're not afraid to put it down under the yellow line, because the yellow line means nothing here at Motordrome Speedway. There it is, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Ed Deneen into the lead. Bill Oldham, oh, hang on! Contact made. Oldham and Ancrom. Oldham going around the 34, bouncing through the grass is Aaron Minjock. Oldham, let's see, he gets it refired. Yeah, turns it around, gets it pointed in the right direction. He's back underway, but understand that he's got a flat tire that may be going flat on the left front of the number 5. Ed Deneen in number 16, your leader. Bob Eastman in second. Squealing and brake lights are flashing. But Ed Deneen is pulling away in the number 16. He's got Bill Oldham and his wounded car up front, up ahead of him. Deneen will try the high side around him. Bob Eastman. Gary Ancrom in the 48. Bill Bone in the number 6. Zellweger and Jordan running 5th and 6th. Dan Jordan now in the 32 is up to the 4th position and closing fast on Gary Ancrom for that 3rd spot. Ed Deneen with a better than a straightaway lead over Bob Eastman in the 55. Now the battle for that position. 3rd spot, Jordan down low, Ancrom up high. Jordan into the 3rd spot easily. Will try and track down 2nd place, but the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go, time running out. Ed Deneen long gone. Then it's everybody else. Back to Eastman, Dan Jordan, Gary Ancrom, Bill Bone, Jeff Zellweger trying the high side on Bone. Out of turn 4, picking up your leader. It's going to be Ed Deneen picking up the win. Bob Eastman's going to finish 2nd. Dan Jordan, wishing there was about 20 more laps, finished 3rd. Gary Ancrom 4th. The battle for 5th is going to go to Bill Bone in the number 60. Ken Dukic, Jeff Zellweger, Nick back.
Deneen, Mike, Deneen. Deneen.
What's that?
Deneen's how you pronounce it.
Dan Jordan, number 32, your hard charger in this event, finishing 3rd. Dan Jordan was your hard charger.
Hey, there he is, folks. Ed Deneen climbing out of the 16 car. First win of the year for him. Microphone. We're going to have to chase him down. Ed. Oh, he's got the trophy in his hand. Hey, Ed, real quick, buddy. Can we get a word? Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey, nice win. You were all alone out there in front. What was going on?
I don't know. The car just worked real well.
Car was working well.
Yeah, finally got the car to run the whole race this time.
Well, it looked real good. Obviously, we didn't race last week, had an off week. What's that do for, does it give you more time to prepare for a race, or how does that work?
Well, yeah, we prepared, but I was prepared last week. We came here and we had to turn around because it was raining, but the car was ready for last week. It's been working pretty well, so I had a little problem last week. 2 weeks ago, it quit running on me there. I found out a short, and we fixed it, and I was hoping it was the thing, and as long as I can go the whole race without the car quitting, I'll be okay. So the car seemed to work pretty good.
It looked like you had everything under control. It looked good out there. How about those sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsors, Swiss Valve Music, Advanced Automotive, and I want to thank JR Chassis. I want to thank Peanuts for giving me a hand. My crew chief over there, Gregory's my crew chief, takes care of the car, keeps it going, and Coggin Towing and stuff like that. You guys really helped me out. So.
All right, Ed. Hey, good work. Congratulations, buddy. Good win for Ed Deneen, picking up his first of the year, like we said, 16 car. I think we're going to go racing one more time, folks.
All right, Bill Campana from Smale Pontiac GMC, our honorary starter on the flag stand with the stick up in the air. Let's give you the lineup. Starting on the point, it's going to be George Nicola in the 97. Another Nicola to his high side, Rich Nicola. Matt Panay in the 32, the number 47 of Chris Dodds. Harry Opfer in the 01, Matt Smith in the 3, the 5 of Jim Nicola, the 60 of Adam Kostelnik, the 16 of Gary Scott, the number 9 of Rick Huffman. Falcone's Dodge Pace Truck off the speedway, the green's out, we're racing. Todd Knight Jr. in the 76, Mike Bacalon 98, Bo Glemba 99, Bruce Hamilton 29, Al Civic 94, and man, we got them all bunched up front. Nicola out front, then it's Panay, Nicola, Smith, and everybody else running together in tight formation. Matt Panay able to scoot up into the second spot. Smith, now here comes Kostelnik, down low on Nicola. It's Nicola and Nicola, not a lawyer agency, or you know what I mean. Law firm. Matt Smith in the number 3, pressuring Matt Panay for that second spot. Kostelnik looking down low in the number 60. Whoa, they're tight formation out of turn 4. Matt Smith up high, Adam Kostelnik down low. George Nicola in the 97 pulling away. Jim Nicola and Rich Nicola. Jim in the 5, Rich in the 35. They've kind of got a lock in the top 6 positions. This battle hot and heavy for that second spot. Matt Panay, Adam Kostelnik, Jim Nicola, Matt Smith working each other over as George Nicola starts to stretch the lead. Oh, contact made. Matt Smith, Jim Nicola. The yellow book caution flag gonna come out. Next time by will be green flag racing. George Nicola on the point, Matt Panay, Adam Kostelnik. Nicola leading them around to the stripe. The green's out. They're up to speed down the front straightaway. Adam Kostelnik eyeing that lower lane. Down underneath, Matt Panay. Oh, contact again. Over there in tricky, turn 3. Kostelny got a little sideways, backed out. Everybody straightened it up. All close racing on the front straightaway. The number 70 of Tom Knight. Oh, hang on in the back straightaway, up in the air. Mike Bacalon over the front end of Gary Scott. And the cars come down in this event. So both he and Gary Scott back underway. After that incident on the back straightaway, George Nicola leading them slowly to the stripe. On the gas, the green's out. Nicola again on the jump. Tanai trying to hold off Kostelny. Those two made slight contact. Earlier, Kostelny letting him know that he's back there. Now Kostelny going to try the high side on Matt Panay. Going to bring Knight along with him. Tom Knight in the number 76 looking to the high side of Matt Panay for that third spot. Side by side out of turn 2. Meanwhile, Adam Kostelnik is closing on George Nicola for that top spot. The number 35 making his way into the picture of Rich Nicola, working over Matt Panay. Tom Knight up to third. Panay back to fourth. Rich Nicola. And trying to close fast the 47 of Chris Dodds. Two by two. Oh, on the front straightaway, Bacalon, Hamilton going around. I did not see the start of that crash, but that's twice these two have been involved in a skirmish, once on the back straightaway, now on the front straightaway. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Nicola on the gas and gone. Oh, hang on! Up over the left, the right rear of Matt Panay is the number 35 of Rich Nicola. And Nicola going to come to a stop. Out, we're back up to speed. Adam Kostelnik right on the back bumper of Nicola. Kostelnik down low into turn 3. Kostelnik lets him know he's back there. This ought to get good. Tom Knight is making his way up in the 76. Matt Panay right there in 4th. Kostelnik looking low again on George Nicola. Nicola hanging on to the top spot. The battle continues up front. George Nicola, Adam Kostelnik. Kostelnik looking for a way around Nicola. He looked high coming down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, back in the 5th position, the 11 of John Probanik now has Gary Scott and Chris Dodds to deal with. Urbanek up to the 5th position. Gary Scott makes his way to 6th in the number 16. He's got a long way to go and a little time to do it. 5 laps remain in this event. George Nicola continues to lead. Winding down, Kostelnik heavily pressuring George Nicola. Nicola knows it. Now Kostelnik looking to the high side in turns 3 and 4. Nicola able to hold him off. 2 laps remain. 2 to go in this event. Kostelnik again looks high into 1. Nicola has the bottom line wired. Kostelnik trying to move to the high side to get around him. Kostelnik looking low this time by. They're going to get the white flag one more time around. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Now they're side by side into 1. Kostelnik bobbles. Nicola right there trying to hold him off. Kostelnik to the high side. Nicola to the low side. Nicola with a little burst of speed. Gonna pick up the win. Kostelnik 2nd, Knight 3rd, Panay 4th. The battle for 5th is gonna go to John Urbanek. A great race for the Smale Pontiac GMC Open Wheel Modifieds. And your final feature event for the evening race fans,
Just like Rick Cola,
I'm freezing.
Georgie.
Kids got dedicated race to tonight.
He's out of the car, race fans. George P. Nicola in the 97 car. He's won earlier this year. This is his 2nd win of the year. Hey, George, can we get a word real quick? Hey, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good race. Hey, you opened up a big lead early, twice actually, and then we went under caution. The guys kind of caught up to you, and then it happened again late, and you got major pressure from Kostelnik. How did you hold him off there on the last few laps?
Well, me and Adam have been racing together a long time. We come up through the street stocks together, and I didn't want to see none of them cautions. I'd have rather seen it go green all the way, but those are the breaks.
That's right. I did hear that you used to run the street stocks. What made you, switch over to modifieds?
They're very economical, and the pay's a little better, and it's a pretty intense race, and it's white knuckles for 20 laps.
Hey, I'd argue that you guys are, one of the better divisions that race here. It's always an exciting race. How about those sponsors?
I'd like to thank Cox Transmission, PJ Smoke Shop, Monday's Auto Parts, Stellar Generator, Jackson Welding Supply, Ken's Tire, and Edlin Automotive. And I'd like to thank my dad, Joe Nicola, my cousin Brian, Tanya, my mom, and I'd like to thank the fans for coming out, and I'd like to say a little prayer for Jimmy Stokes.
All right, thank you very much, George. George P. Nicola, folks. 2nd win of the year for him. And I think that'll do it for tonight.
Hey, go shake your hand. Say, give him a big hug. He's a cute little fella.